Hello, everyone. My name's Chrissie. I'm the siblings ambassador for PURA, and I'd like to start with an introduction. I'm the older sister to Karen, who has PURA. Karen and I were both born and brought up in Melbourne, Australia. When my sister was around 18, we as a family all donated DNA to an epilepsy research study. Fast forward to 2019, the day before my sister's 41st birthday, and my parents received a call from Karen's epilepsy specialist explaining they had a diagnosis of PURA syndrome for Karen. I live in the UK now, and I just turned up to work when my mum sent me a text telling me. It was such a shock. To my parents and my sister, I suppose it didn't change too much, but I had a lot of questions for my sister, and also questions about some of my own life choices. The diagnosis really brought up a lot of emotions for me. I got home from work that night and straight away I started searching online for information about PURA. Then in 2023, I found out that the PURA Syndrome Conference was going to be held just outside of Cambridge, which is only about 30 minutes away from where I live in England. I spoke to my parents and I decided to go. I met other PURA patients for the first time and their family members and siblings as well. I was quite overwhelmed. I absolutely loved the conference. I really enjoyed meeting everyone and attended all 3 days. After the conference, I reached out to PURA to offer to volunteer for the organisation, and here we are. Sibling support seemed the obvious thing that I could help with, so I began looking into sibling support online and, well, I guess you could say I became a little bit overwhelmed again. I'm 49 years old, and I had absolutely no idea that sibling support groups and organisations even existed. Suddenly, I'm watching videos online of siblings to special needs children, and there's so many things that I can relate to. I joined some national siblings groups on Facebook, and one of the most common introductory posts I see is, "For the first time in my life, I feel seen, that I'm with people who understand where I'm coming from," which just emphasizes how much we need a community for siblings. So I guess I just wanted to say I am completely new to all of this, but I can really see the benefits of creating a siblings community and a place where we can point siblings into the right direction to get support should they need it. Why siblings? I guess I myself never actually thought about it very much until I started researching sibling-related information myself. I think it was something I read that Don Mayer, who started the first sibling support program in the USA, said. He mentioned that sibling relationships are often the longest relationships in the special needs person's life. We will most likely outlive our parents, and quite often the special needs sibling is already there when we're born. We're here for the long haul. Combine that with the reality that siblings go through as much stress and as many emotions as parents do, albeit they might be different stresses and emotions, but quite often we're all very young to process that and don't have the tools and support needed. Being a sibling of someone with special needs can be a wonderful and unique life experience. Every experience is different. It does help form who we become as adults. It also creates challenges that not everyone can understand or relate to. That's one of the main reasons why we want to provide a community for siblings to come together. There is comfort in talking to someone else who understands the place that you're coming from. Whilst the community wouldn't be here to provide therapy, we would like to take a wellness perspective and provide a safe and non-judgmental space for siblings to connect and get together and to share and discuss their experiences. In addition to creating a PURA siblings community, we would also like to provide resources relating to siblings and direct siblings to places that may provide additional support should they need it. In addition to that, resources that may enable parents to get support for their PURA sibling children. In case you were unaware, we do now have a section on the PURA syndrome website for siblings. So just bear with me a moment while I share my screen with you and we can go through it together. If we log on to the PURA syndrome website, we can see on the home page we've got some drop-down menus Under families and resources, the first option we have is self-care for caregivers. Whilst these were originally drawn up with parents in mind, these tools are a really great resource to try when struggling to finding time to care for yourself. They would, of course, be beneficial for siblings as well. So we see down the bottom here, there's a couple of workbooks that we can go through. And there are also some audio files down the bottom to help. If we go back to the drop-down menu and go to resources again, the other section under resources is sibling resources. And firstly, on our sibling outreach page, you will see prompts to join our email list and email us. We hope to email out a newsletter from time to time with upcoming events and news to siblings groups. Also, if anyone finds anything that they think is super helpful to siblings or parents to pass on to siblings, if you can send us an email, that would be great. This is a community effort, and we will be updating this page quite often as soon as new information becomes available to us. Next down the page, we have a siblings meetup section. So far, we have only had one online meetup for an adults group. In terms of age, we've grouped siblings who sign up to 4 groups: adults who are 18 and over, young adults from 13 to 17 years of age, preteens from 9 to 12 years of age, and young sibs from 4 to 8 years of age. We will be looking at holding introduction meetups for the younger age groups in the future too. We've also set up a Facebook group for adults, but depending on how things go, we are hoping to drop that to a 15 and over age group for siblings to get in touch online. We also have calendar events that will pop up in this section. Some of these will be specific just to siblings meetups, but we will probably include any PURA relevant information in this calendar as well, because obviously everyone's invited. So if we scroll down a little further here, the next thing we come to is the siblings video that was made for the 2021 PURA Conference. This video features 3 adult siblings discussing some of their experiences growing up with a PURA sibling. And scrolling down further, lastly, we come to resources. And the first part of the resources section includes links to national siblings organisations. Personally, I think these are a hugely important thing for siblings and parents to know about. We're all too aware that PURA is a rare syndrome, and as such, there are some countries where only a single case is known. Whilst in a perfect world, we'd all love to be able to meet, for many of us, it will be impossible. These national siblings organisations have their own resources and supply networks. They're location relevant as well. So, for example, if you wanted to know about guardianship or financial assistance as a parent ages, these are going to be much more relevant to you and much more helpful. They may not have the answer, but they're definitely going to be more in a position to point you in the right direction to get the correct information that is relevant for you and where you live. There are also locally organised physical meetups where you could meet other siblings of special needs people. These are often promoted on the individual organisation's social media pages. Also in the USA, they have sib shops, which seem to have a network of meetups for all ages, including younger sibs as well. So just to give you a quick example, the most time I have spent on one is the UK website, which is called sibs.org.uk. So UK, this website has great information about helping young sibs of special needs siblings. They've also got a section for adult siblings, including an ebook that is free. You just have to sign up, and it covers lots of things. So sibling experiences, taking care of yourself, and how you going forward, what sort of role you play in your sibling's life. So it's quite a lot of information there. They do also have sections for parents, as you can see on the left here, and advice with all sorts of things going on, and also professionals. So this is a really, really great website, the UK version. There is also a US version, which is the Sibling Support Project. And this is where you'll find out about SIB shops. And SIB shops are where you can find a close meetup to yourself. And it's about getting children together so that they are meeting other children having similar life experiences to themselves. But as you can see, I've tried to include as many that I've found so far online, and what location, where they're based. Again, I would like to ask if anyone knows of an organisation aimed at helping siblings that we haven't found yet, or we haven't included, just drop us an email so we can add their website or their links to this list. Some of them are websites, some of them are only Facebook pages, for example, the Singapore one. But any information that we can add to help new families who are getting diagnoses, that would be amazing. So if we scroll past these bits, down below, we've got some other information that may be and resources that may be relevant for siblings. So there's various types of media available. We've got some podcasts. The Special Siblings podcast is one. The other one is actually tailor-made for parents about sibling life. So these are quite interesting for parents to listen to. And then further down, we've sort of got books, which we've grouped into a rough age group. And then films, one of which, Take Me Home, I haven't been able to watch myself yet, but I know it was screened at the Sundance Festival. I really, really want to look forward to this. It's had some amazing reviews. Many of these things, including the books, as I said, they are tailored to siblings themselves, but I'm sure they might be helpful to parents as well, if parents are struggling and looking for more information on dealing with the sibling relationships in your family. And I think that's probably the main part of the website I wanted to go through with everyone. So just let me go back. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening. I don't really know what else to say, but it's lovely to be a part of this wonderful community with our PURA families and our parents who are amazing and our siblings who are amazing, and every sibling experience is different. And yeah, if anyone knows of any information or has any suggestions or recommendations, if you can send me an email, that would be great. And then we'll try and get some information put up on the website to help others. And I hope you're all enjoying the conference. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your time. Bye-bye.